Okay, sisters, let's ground down and set our intention. Nicole, can you keep an eye on the waiting room? I'm seeing there are a couple more goddesses coming in. So let's notice the soles of our feet touching the ground beneath us. Let's take a couple of breaths and just become aware of this present moment. Let's close our eyes and roll them up as if we're looking through the crown of our heads. And then we say silently inside of ourselves, even if I don't know how, to co-create the most magical, healing, uplifting golden goddess circle that connects us to our highest good. All I do know is it is so now, and I am fulfilled. I delete, delete, delete all that could stop me. And I download, download, download everything I need to do so now with grace, ease, and joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it is, so it shall be, or something even better. Let me take one more breath. We can open our eyes, notice our surroundings, notice the screen in front of us right now. And I'm going to go ahead and spotlight myself so I can share my wonderful stories from this amazing trip that I have just landed in from. So I literally got to Munich just a couple of hours ago after being in Santa Fe, New Mexico for an entire week, which was so special. I got to hang out with some of my very best friends in the US. We were 8 people together, gathered as a group and we spent 3 days together. And the other days, I was working in the clinic of my beautiful friend, Robin Benson, who owns a clinic for regenerative medicine in Santa Fe, the Santa Fe Soul. I got to work with some incredible clients from all walks of life and connect them to their highest selves and help them with quantum hypnosis, just get aligned with what they really want in life. It was very, very magical. And I got to experience a lot of regenerative medicine treatments on myself. So I just wrote them down as I was preparing for this meeting just now to just recapitulate what I went through, what my body got to experience, and my soul and all parts of me. So here's the list. I got to experience an EBOO IV. So an IV, you know what that is, right? And an EBOO IV is an IV that is specially made from sea cucumbers, right? So sea cucumbers seem to have incredible properties, healing properties, not only for the oceans. So the sea cucumbers, according to these researchers that are creating a whole movement around saving sea cucumbers have the ability to clean the oceans. So they're not only helping the oceans regenerate by helping sea cucumbers grow, and they're harvesting them and putting them back in the sea so that the sea cucumbers can do their work there, but they also found out that these sea cucumbers have some very special healing properties that you can imagine like pure light coming into your body. So they're creating these infusions that we can get. Nicole, please stay on top of the waiting room. Infusions that we can get in our bodies that amplify the ability of our body to create light and have light in our cells, aka energy in our cells. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't give you much detail about how this works. All I do know is that I got this treatment, which was absolutely incredible. So you're lying, imagine this, you're lying on this bed and you've got needles in one arm and needles in the other arm. In one side of the body, they are pumping your blood out. Then it goes to these machines where the EBOO extract comes in, where they amplify the blood with laser, with ozone, and then you get it back into your body. It takes 1.5 hours. And you get this incredible boost of your blood. Your blood is being regenerated. So I got that. That was absolutely magical. I went into a deep, deep state of meditation while it was happening. And I literally could feel when I closed my eyes, I could feel that light. It was quite spectacular. So that was one thing that I did. Oh, and the Ibu sea cucumber is very good. They're trying it out they're having great results in cancer therapy. It's great for inflammation, just recharging the cells and aligning them to their full potential, if you ask me. Then I got to experience hyperbaric oxygen. Now that I've shared it on social, you might want to check it out, where I had Dr. Tom explain it all, that you breathe in pure oxygen in a pressure in an environment that is similar to being at the bottom of a swimming pool. So you have this pressurized environment that you're inhaling oxygen in. It's like a tent that's zipped up, so you're inside. And I did that for, I think, also an hour, and you're oxygenizing your blood. It's incredible because your blood can take so much more oxygen in that pressurized environment. Then I got to stand in front of red light boards every single morning. That's how I woke up. I mean, let's just take a little side pass here. Do you know how lucky I am? You know, I love the biocharger, right? Frequency therapy. And I do my biocharges every single day here at this Lichtwerk. But usually when I travel, I have to rely on just the Heelys. But this time I was so lucky that my friend Robin had my guest room ready for me. And guess what was in there? A biocharger. She had put the biocharger that she owns in my guest room. So I got the biochargers every day too. And then I'd wake up after the biocharger and doing my breath work. I would then go and stand in this red light therapy panels. So they're two panels like that. And you're standing in between and just soaking in all that light. After that, I got to go into a cold plunge, New Mexico desert, but they had a cold plunge that's, a professional cold plunge. So I could do that too. And then just before I left and got onto the plane, I got to experience a beautiful meditation and a kind of technique tool thing, which a company has produced, and that is a board that you lie on, like a wooden board, and it's got sound microphones and special microphones in the board, and then you have headphones on, and you get the sound of beehives. So you've got the beehive going on here, the sound of the bees, and then the board underneath you is moving, vibrating with those same frequencies. You have the feeling as if you're right in the center of a beehive. It was very, very special. I also got to see Ojo Caliente, which is one of the oldest spas in the US. And it's in the middle of the desert, this beautiful little sort of sanctuary. And you are bathing in 4 different natural mineral baths. So one was full of iron, the next one was full of lithium. They had all these different baths where you go soak very hot water, and then you lie in the sun. Then they had a mud bath where you rub the mud on you and then you go soak in the water again. So we did that for a day. And then we spent 3 days together as this group of 8, just connecting, just enjoying each other's company, celebrating life, and taking numerous trips into the quantum field. So yes, these are friends that are just like me. We wake up in the morning very early. All the house wakes up at around, I don't know, 6-ish. Everyone is up. And then we enjoy the sunrise. We meditate together. We do breath work together. Everybody is at some point cooking some food, sharing all the biohacks and the life lessons we've had. Then we do journeys together. We go hiking together, and we just get to hang out. And I think part of the reason why I'm telling you all these specifics of this trip is because it made me realize something so fundamentally. And that is that I'm a 3D girl. I love traveling the quantum field. I know I'm an energetic being, and I love that human part, that choice that I made to reincarnate on Earth with other human beings, especially in these times now where we are connecting in ways. Are you noticing that too? On different levels. It's not only about us anymore. It seems as if the ones, at least that I'm connecting to, are more about that bigger picture. Let's make a better world. So the intention of us friends for hanging out these days together was to create heaven on earth. And in every meditation that we did, in every breath work that we did, in every journey that we did, that was the big goal. And it had me realize that there is nothing that replaces that ability to connect deeply with another human being in 3D. As much as I love, for instance, our gatherings here, I love being able to coach people on Zoom and, transgress all boundaries of this planet by connecting energetically. I love all that. And there's something about being able to touch someone. You have no idea how much snuggling goes on in our group gatherings. We're like always puppy piling somewhere, just enjoying each other's closeness. And the interesting thing was that I think it was yesterday. I haven't slept for a few hours, right? Yesterday when I woke up, the last time I woke up in the morning, there we go. I got this profound insight. It's something that I have been kind of working on and juggling with for the past couple of months, just tuning in of what is it, what is it, what is it, what needs to happen next, and is there something that needs to change specifically about our Golden Goddess Circle? Because you see, ever since I've moved here to Austria to start my new life, I'm basically rebuilding my business and rebuilding my life in a way that it feels completely 100% compatible with me. What serves my highest good, because I know that the moment I am completely aligned with my highest good, everything else unfolds anyway. Isn't that true? So my only job is to be me and to keep finding ways to fine tune and tweak even the tiniest things to make them even more, oh yes, oh yes. So what I am telling you is that I have decided to change the format of the Golden Goddess Circle. I have to change something. Reason is that I have been doing this now for over 2 years, every single week, mostly twice a week. It didn't matter if it was Christmas, if it was Easter, if it was my birthday, if it was my kid's birthday, it didn't matter. We have always been gathering every single week. And I'm very, very proud of us all for doing this. And I am noticing a certain level of space for improvement. The improvement that I am noticing is that I know that when we connect commitment to connection, to consistency, and showing up in 3D, just showing up, our levels of satisfaction and success automatically rise. So to take our beautiful network where we have thousands of women technically in the Golden Goddess Circle to the next level, to really be a force to be reckoned with on this planet, and I of course mean a good force, a force that's coming from power of love, right? We need to improve our connection and our commitment and our consistency of showing up. Because if we look at the amount of people that actually actively join the circles who are here, like you are right now, they're way, way less than those who watch the recordings. And if I then look at how many people am I actually getting to connect with in 3D, in here, for instance, this Lichtwerk, which is now my primary goal to get that up and running, to be this oasis of hope and light and peace and relaxation in Salzburg, I need to fine-tune things. So I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do it yet, but I have decided, together also with my friends who are also very good in business and marketing and all those things, we're going to do a hybrid. And the idea that I have now is that we're going to change it into a membership to get the commitment. It's going to be a very low-priced membership that really everybody can afford. But to give that sense of, yes, I have put my energy here. I have committed to something. I've said, I want to be part of this. And I am willing to give some energy to be part of this network. That's one part. And we're also going to be able to keep it open to everyone at other times. So it's going to be a hybrid of, I'm thinking, don't nail me down, this is the current idea, to have one, maybe the first gathering in the month is always for everyone. We open the portals, the gates are open. Any woman who wants to join on that Monday, that very first Monday of the month, can join. But the other 3 gatherings and meetings are for members only. Why? I am someone who prefers to sit down and drink a coffee out of a beautiful cup. I'm not a to-go girl. I'll do it sometimes if it's necessary, but I like taking that precious time to really enjoy something. And I want to be able to get to know you better. I would like to know all the women that are in our Golden Goddess Circle. And right now, I just don't, because I don't know all the names of the people that have signed up, and I only know the ones that are showing up, either here in the Goddess Circle or at this Lichtwerk when I'm hosting retreats. So what I'd like to get to is that we have this real network of women who are engaged and committed and collaborating so we can use and support each other with resources, with opportunities to build resilience, to go deeper. I would like to have more hot seats. I would like to hear more about what are you struggling with? Where can we get this hive mind of the Golden Goddess Circle working optimally? Because I know that every single one of you has resources and talents and skills that you could share. And I know that every single one of us could do with some help every now and again. And to be able to have those intimate conversations, that depth of connection, we need to change something. So I was just sharing this with Nicole just before the call, right? And saying, hey, I got this download. We have to change something. And that's why I want to share it with you right away here too. I'm doing these changes so that we all feel more satisfaction, that we can connect deeper to each other, also you amongst each other. I would love to see the Golden Goddess Circle to be an institution, if you will, right? A movement that takes place in lots of different cities. I would love to know who are the goddesses who are gathering with other goddesses, who are actively sharing their knowledge, bringing other people in. And for that, we need a tighter circle. It'll also feel safer. I got the feedback from some because we had the idea, I think it was in the German circle, someone said, well, can't you live stream or can't you go online with the Healing Hearts retreat so that more people could take part? And part of me thought, yeah, technically I could. But the biggest part of me said, absolutely no, I don't want that, because that's the whole reason why we get together, because no one else is watching, because we can be free. And I know that especially when women get together and feel safe and can just be their free selves, that's when the biggest magic happens. So this is another shout out for the Healing Hearts Retreat, 12th to the 14th of July. I'm not going to do that again. I know that many of you are sitting on the fence and saying, oh, it's not quite so convenient this time. I'll do it next time she does a retreat. And I've noticed, and I created this dynamic. I've created this dynamic over all the last 20 years. And I realized that in my meditation, because what I've been doing, and maybe this resonates with you too, I have basically, my business advisors, my financial advisors keep telling me this, saying, Joy, you are giving away the shop the whole time. You're constantly giving, 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 which is beautiful, but it trains people that you're going to give anyway. They don't have to do anything. They can just sit back and say, you know what, I'll just click the button when I feel like it, and then I've got joy. And as much as I love that, and it's been so important to me to create an enormous archive of resources and free stuff, so that I know that if someone really wants to help themselves, they can watch the videos. You can go back into 2 years of Golden Goddess Circles. We have worked through so many different topics in so many different ways. It's all there. But what I want now is I want this one-on-one. I want to be able to look into your eyes. I want to hear your voice. And I want us to work and network strongly together. So that's what's going to be changing. And to be able to create those changes and build this new setup, because you see, I think some of you also don't realize how much money it costs to build something like this. For these last 2 years of doing the Golden Goddess Circle for free, I have spent 25,000 euros plus just in hosting, just in getting this system up. And that's not sustainable, right? So when we change the system, it's going to be a way that we can connect deeper, that we have this networking with each other, and we can create better stuff together. So to do that, we're going to take a summer sabbatical. This right now is the last Golden Goddess Circle before we head into the summer sabbatical to be able to strategize. I'm going to be talking to all our co-hosts here. I've been gathering lots of different resources and skills from other people around me to create something completely new in a way that the structure will be new. And you'll have new opportunities to show up and work closer together with me and with Nicole and Yolanda when she joins in, and Lily and the wonderful Andrea and Claudia in the German Golden Goddess circles. We have so much. It's now about creating a new structure. So over the summer, we're going to take a sabbatical. We're going to strategize, we're going to reconstruct, and then we will start again on the 2nd of September. So for this summer, if you want to see me, you can always come see me at Lichtwerk in Salzburg. It's a great place to get to. You can always book a session with me online. I will be here for you. If you're part of the Golden Goddess Circle, I will always top you on my list of people to work with. So you can always reach out to me and we will always make something work for you. But other than that, you will have to wait until 2nd of September to have a circle like this. That was the biggest news that I had for you today, and I've been feeling really excited about it and nervous because I've really been sitting with this for months of what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? So, Nicole, will you come into the spotlight with me? And
Yes. Yeah, you just told me this news shortly before the circle, and it resonates totally with me. We have been talking about this also before. Sustaining is one thing, and it's very important. You're giving so much, and like you said, this consumerism that exists in a way. Yeah, this like sitting or wherever you are, just pushing the button and maybe let it run on the side, and still not, in that sense, showing yourself and also integrating yourself in the discussion. I miss that. I miss that. And I always thought, how is it possible to also engage everyone who also feels maybe sometimes not so comfortable to speak? And maybe in this new format, it will be also not found on YouTube anymore, most likely.
no,
I don't know.
absolutely,
No,
absolutely.
it will not. So this, I mean, this gives you a safer space also to share topics that are burning and where you want to really go into depth. But you think, oh, who might see it that knows me, right? It is. It's a great possibility, and I love it. And I mean, it's everything that has been running for a time needs to be reviewed, and it's good to look at it again and then make it even better. Not to be now, oh, now we won't have it for the next month. No, let's all engage and find ways how to inspire what that could look like. Get back with feedback to you or me or everyone to really see what do we want, what would we like, what would we need in order to thrive and to feel that depth and that intimate connection like you were talking about. And I love that idea, also creating hubs, little hub links.
It'll be much easier when we have a compact group because we can go into different Zoom rooms. And also as a group, it'll be great because I'm really a big fan of hot seats. So that's how in all the masterminds that I've always been in masterminds and coachings because that's how I grow, right? I can only grow in that sense with depending on the people that I surround myself with. Who am I asking for inspiration? Where am I researching? And I keep doing my best to expand that because only then will we get new information. If we're always just talking to the same people about the same things, what new is going to be created? But when we talk in a circle like this and we have one specific problem, challenge, topic that we want to, go into, we can have all this input from the others in the circle to uplift us all. And in hot seats, in masterminds that I attend, it's always you sit in the center. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. And you say, here's my ask. Here's what I'm struggling with. Here's what I need. And then you'll have this hive of people around you saying, oh, I can give you this. I would do that. What about this? And a new structure is created. It doesn't matter whether this is building a business or whether it's about a personal relationship or your own spiritual journey. That doesn't matter anymore, but we'll be able to create a more genius mind by being a network rather than single pillars of bubbles flying around, sometimes flying in, sometimes not, but there's zero commitment, right? Mm. Thank you. Thank you for that, Nicole.
Thank
Um,
you.
Back to you goddesses. Let's discuss this together. Is there anyone here who would like to add to this? Do you notice the pattern maybe in yourself? Because I know it's very female. Men do it too. But do you recognize just the dynamic that if you are always just giving, 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 and never asking for something, that flow of energy is disrupted? My friend who had this idea said, why don't you do a hybrid? Do this and then do that. He said, because that way you're also training people to invest, right? If it's all for free and I can just gather, 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 we know it from other things, right? We don't value the single thing as much. I think I've told you the story before. The most expensive mastermind I ever signed up for was for 6 months, $150,000. And I was like, oh my God, when I signed it, the contract, and I was literally shaking, but I just knew it was right. And then even after I signed it, I was like, oh, what have I done? Maybe this was the biggest mistake ever. But what actually happened was that because I had invested such an insane amount of money for this, I showed up. I only had 4 calls with my mentor in those 6 weeks. 4 calls, 150,000. But you see, for every call, was I prepared? Had I done my homework? Had I actually done what she told me to do? Yes, you can guarantee that. Because if $150,000 is at stake, you show up, you do your work, right? And I made that money back within 3 months because I followed her advice. I asked her to help me with a specific business issue. She told me exactly what to do. I followed that advice. 3 months later, it was all back. So it does work. That's the good news, right? It does work. Sitske, Marinella, Lisbeth, Caroline, Diana, Anke, any feedback, anything you'd like to add to this? Marinella, please.
Oops. I totally agree. I am a giver as you, and I know that uh, this pattern of giving with enthusiasm, teaching, helping, etc., 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 without never receiving, at a certain moment starts. So you end up that you feel empty, and then yes, you ask yourself, what do I receive? Not that you have to give and receive, but you know what I mean. When it's too much, it's too much. And I do believe that the commitment for every discipline, when we pay an amount, as going to the gym. When you go to the fitness, you pay. And then when you are lazy and you say, nah, today is raining, nah, I don't feel like it. But then you say, no, I paid, I go. So it's also, I think, something in our mind and then it creates commitment. And I do agree with Nicole about uh, feeling safe, because indeed, when we can share, there are maybe topics that I personally wouldn't like to share, knowing that then everybody can listen. And then when you feel safe to share, you also are, I think, more open to receive. So I totally agree that this group change structure, because I'm in since 6 months, but I have noticed that even sharing, even to my friends, even explaining to other women, it's nice to join it, blah, 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 blah. One, my English is not good. The other one, yeah, but on Monday the time, you know? So the commitment, if you want, really needs to have something in return.
Well, let's think about it in relationships, right? I mean, we're all women here, and if you have male partners, right? Only when your partner also commits. So when you both commit, trust can be created. Without commitment, we don't have trust. It's an interesting dynamic. It's interesting. Diana, I have a feeling you want to say something. Is that true? Yes, go ahead.
I can't remember how I got into this now. I know it was connected with being at Broughton Hall last year, because when I met you, but I have, ever since I first come to it, if I have been free, I have come.
Yes.
Because it has been so important to me. And I can't give a reason specifically. It just feels so, so good.
Thank you. Yes, we did Lynn McTaggart's and Brian Hubbard's Power of Eight retreat in Broughton Hall together. And that was because you see, we met in 3D. I
Yes.
got to hug you. We got to intend together. I think that built a connection and also in our Power of Eight group, right, Diana, we had the same issue. We were eight. We were all gathered as eight when we left Broughton Hall, but basically it's you and I left over from those eight who really show up and say, I want to do this intending.
So that's given up that particular group, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that, Diana. Caroline, you were writing a lot. Do you want to say something? I've asked you to unmute.
Yeah. So you noticed.
I see you, sister.
The giving thing is a point for me, and the commitment is as well. I'm a very committed person. Nevertheless, there is a difference when you have to pay and when you don't have to pay. It's human. So it really works out for me very, very well.
If you said, because you said you're a committed person, what are the things you're most committed to? Because I feel we're all committed to some things, right? But what if you had to take the top three things that you're committed to, what would you say they are?
The person I love. And I'm really committed to also to myself in a way. Like I like to grow, I like to learn, I like to talk with female, especially female. Not when I was young, I would never talk with female, but when I get older, I really like the wisdom and the sharing the feelings, because when you speak, I follow you. The men's world is a different world for me, for women. So each topic you or the group did talk about, there was some inspiration, so or a part of the puzzle, or
and that's how groups work. You know,
yeah.
I can relate to so much that you said. One is feeling very comfortable sharing with other women because we have that sisterhood and there's that trust, and we're so similar. It's easy, right? And the other thing is when you said commitment, also commitment to myself. The question that came up to me was, are you also committed to taking care of yourself?
No.
I feel, right? And that's often the thing that I feel as women can need a little support with, and where we can inspire each other, because that's one of the beautiful feedbacks that I got from my friends, because we only see each other usually once a year, right? When I fly over, but they're going to come to Austria now, because I did say that to them too. I said, listen, guys, I have been coming to these gatherings. I fly 70 friggin' hours. I pay a lot of money to come. How about you guys coming to Austria for a change? Yeah. And they were like, you're right. You're right. You've always been coming. It's our turn to come. And where I got sidetracked on that. And anyway, that they gave me the feedback. There we go. They said, you know what, Jai, we have really seen that just in the last year, you have learned to take care of yourself. And you have really poured that love back into yourself. And that made me so happy, because I didn't feel that they were telling me, oh, you've become this egotistical bitch. Not at all. They were saying, I can see that you've been taking care of yourself. And I'd like our Golden Goddess Circle also to be an inspiration for that. Diana, what did you want to say?
I meant to say that I come to this meeting on a Monday. I once looked at the recording, it just wasn't the same. Even though it's looking at little pictures of each other, we're still here.
You're on a distance. When you watch the recording, you're on a distance. I don't know the English word for it, but you observe instead of being connected.
Yes. Aurélie, you turned your video on, so good to see you. Did you want to share something?
Okay, how do I unmute myself? Yeah, then.
Well, I'm sorry I arrived a bit late because I was in a meeting, but still I wanted to see you and hear you. And I understood a bit that it was about perhaps being more involved and perhaps paying for it. I don't know, I got some parts of it. I must say I was asking myself when that would come and when we would be able to share perhaps a bit more and get to know each other, because sometimes I'm a bit frustrated. I'm thinking I would love to hear others, although it's great to hear you, and I'm always getting back out with, okay, I learned a lot, and that's why I'm showing up, I think, most of the time. But yes, definitely, I think it's a great group, and I would be ready to invest more.
That's wonderful. And you've just reiterated what we were kind of getting to, is that we would like to create this sacred bond of trust amongst us and have these conversations just like we're having now. And there's no coincidence that right now we're a small group. Right? And there's some magic in the numbers. And when we can still all see each other on a screen and hear each other's voices, the level of intimacy will just go up exponentially. And when we have that level of intimacy, it's like into me, you see, right? Intimacy, into me, you see. We can look into each other and be clean mirrors to each other. And I think that's where the big magic that's waiting to be sparked lies. So thank you for adding that. Anke, Wilhelmine, Sitske, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Yolanda.
Oh.
Was it first? I didn't see. Yolanda, you go ahead. You're unmuted.
Okay. Yes, I wanted to say that since I'm in this circle, I think almost 2 years, I learned a lot, but meeting in person is a different thing. And also the trust you build up when you meet, and after you do the Zooms and you see everybody again. Well, now because of you introducing Nicole to me even before we met in June last year. Now Nicole is here with me to support me after. And this is so special. I thank you for that a lot.
I love seeing that. That makes me so happy to see these friendships being created. And I was watching a Mel Robbins. I don't know if you know Mel Robbins on Instagram. She's a fabulous lady. She just sent out an email actually today saying, can we be friends, Joy? And going into this topic of saying it seems what she said, you know, when I was young and I thought of myself in this ripe age of, I don't know, mid-50s, 60s, I thought I was going to have this huge circle of friends. We were going to be barbecuing, I don't know, going parties, travel, and together. And she says it's not happening. Also because, you know, the world has changed a lot and a lot of people are just sitting at home in their couch. They are not going out anymore. They're not connecting with people anymore. So I really love that connections like this can happen, that new friendships can be created, and that we are that we actually came in for, which is to support each other in sisterhood. So that Nicole gets into her plane and flies to Yolanda and says, I'm here for you, sister. I'm here for you. And that's often all it takes, isn't it? That someone is there with you or whatever you're going through. They don't have to fix you, but they just be there, right? Isn't that what we enjoy and has us feeling safe?
Yeah.
Thank you, Yolanda. Sitske, would you like to say something?
Yes, I agree. I think to get a good connection between us, we have to have safety, because I can remember, I think a couple of months ago, you did an intention in this session, and because there is a recording, you don't want to spill out all your health issues. So that feels less safe than in the Power of 8 circle, for example, because there is no recording. And also
I would like to have more interaction between all of us. And I think connection is also when you see everybody is meeting every week.
Yes, we
And
keep
now
each other
sometimes there are
accountable.
people I don't know, and I see them once a year, for example, and then think, yeah, how committed are they? So
Yes.
yeah. So
Because
I agree.
yeah. Because the big vision that I've had for years was to, well, I've told this many times, I see us swarming out like bees, going to special places on this planet to have experiences, to go help, and to mix those two, right? And can you imagine how much fun we'd have as a gang of women traveling to certain places and doing our intention work there, healing together, helping other people there, giving back. I just, for me, it just makes me so happy thinking of that. And that's kind of what you're referring to, isn't it? I mean, how much could we do if we were that committed and say that these are my sisters? Because I know what I'll do for my sisters. That's almost anything.
Great.
Okay, anybody else? Would you like to say something? Sherazade? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Sherazade, Emma. Diana said something.
Hello.
There you go.
Yes, Sherazade, yes. I'm new in the group.
Welcome.
Time. Thank you. And I do agree. I think it's a good idea because I think it's really important to share our lives, our stories. And that's why I came to a group too.
Where are you tuning in from right now?
I live in France.
Nice. Nice.
In south of France, but I would like to move and to live half in Morocco and half in France.
Nice.
And I'm doing the Omega journey with your husband because I saw him at with Lilou Massé.
Oh, he did a podcast with her, right?
Yes, so I saw the podcast, and so I was I said, "Wow, it's exactly what I need." So I'm doing the Omega journey for 6 months.
Nice. So you got the audios.
Yes.
Yes. He's my ex-husband. I need to tell you that in all
Yes, I
transparency.
didn't know. Sorry.
No, it's all good. And the Omega healing is great. It's a wonderful technique.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
So that's the way I knew you through him. So
see,
watching at your videos and the group you have, and I really liked it. So I was thinking, oh, that's what I need.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for being here, sister. And let's see where this journey goes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Emma.
Hi, I'm also new like Sherazade on this group. It's my second time in this group. I'm very happy to be here. And I really agree with this project. And I think that is a great thing to create a stronger relationship between people who are on the same vibes. And I really love this concept. And I think it's a really good idea.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That has me wondering what we're going to intend today. I feel that the words that are coming through is a strong connection of sisterhood, support. Throw some words in here. What would you like to have in the intention?
Can I say something?
Please.
Yes, I agree a lot with the former speakers, and I think I'm about a year in this group. Not every time, because sometimes I have to go somewhere else, but also the recordings and being live is much more krachtig, powerful. And also I had my thoughts about your wisdom and your kind of coaching and techniques from wow, she's just giving it away to empower ourselves. But so I find it very normal to pay a lot of some money for it, but also there are a lot of people who cannot afford it. So that's why I thought, wow, that's so great that a lot of people can join this and feel better, be more powerful, feel more sensual, all that things, just by joining. But the new formula, I like that very much, with the fast several group to be to pay something and also to get more. Oh, my English, wow, more vertrouwen.
More trust, yes.
More trust, and also to get to know each other and maybe to go some in little groups in online Zoom things. So very good. And you asked our intention. Well, by getting some money, I am an artist who gives a lot of teachings and also coachings. But to what can I ask is also what am I worth? What's my worth?
Absolutely.
And maybe that's, well, I would like to learn more about it, or about our intention. What's your worth?
Yeah,
and
to be aware of our worth.
Yeah, and to also to take it out to customers, business partners, to feel more worth about yourself and your business.
Yeah. Yep. Self-worth is a huge topic. We touch on it quite often in the circles. We keep getting back there, right? So let's formulate the intention. Our intention is that we are completely, permanently, and immediately deeply connected to our self-worth and each other in sacred sisterhood. How does that sound? Any vetoes? I'm not hearing anything. Deeply connected to each other in sacred sisterhood. We're deeply connected to our own, to our self-worth and each other in sacred sisterhood. Is that what we want? Yes, this is yes, this is no. Oh, let's say yes, okay. Okay, let's do it.
And maybe also choose the right format to do so in the future, you know, that for the upcoming, somebody was writing also intent for, yeah, you know what I mean?
And experience the perfect format of our Golden Goddess Circle. Yes? And experience the ideal. Do we like ideal better than perfect? Yeah, the ideal format of our GGC. And we're happy, healthy, and well in every way, obviously.
Or maybe the best version.
Experience the best version of our GGC?
No. Okay.
I think we're looking for the format.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, format is also a weird word. Diana's usually got good words. You got any idea?
Oh, okay.
Construction, ideal.
I think it resonates with me. Format is okay.
A format is pretty neutral. It's just a shape of something, right? Let's keep it. Okay, oh wow, she's fast. Look at her. Our intention is that we are completely, immediately, and permanently, deeply connected to our self-worth and each other in sacred sisterhood, and experience the ideal format of our GGC. How about the ideal evolution of our GGC? And we are happy, healthy, and well in every way. Something like that. If you're in for that, ground yourself down, just become aware of your feet. If you're walking around, you might want to sit down now. I think that's Emma. Just to find a safe place so that you can intend. And when you are safely grounded, we take 3 full breaths together. So we drop into our hearts. And from our hearts, we send the following intention. Our intention is to be completely, immediately, and permanently deeply connected to our own self-worth and each other in sacred sisterhood. And we switched and experience the ideal format of our GGC and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to be completely, immediately, and permanently deeply connected to our own self-worth and each other in sacred sisterhood, to experience the ideal format and evolution of the GGC, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to be completely, immediately, and permanently deeply connected to our self-worth and each other in sacred sisterhood, to experience the ideal format and evolution of our GGC, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to be completely, immediately, and permanently deeply connected to our own self-worth and each other in sacred sisterhood, to experience the ideal evolution and format of our GGC, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So it is, so it shall be, or something even better. Woo. Thank you, sisters. Any other closing words, my friends? Any desires? Marinella, you've got something to say.
During our intention, I heard 3 words in Italian, of course. Farete grandi cose. Translation: you will do big things.
Ooh, we will do big things. Yes, I'm in for that. If you're in for that too, let your body know. Yes, I'm in for that. I'm in for great things, doing great things together. Yes, thank you, Karen.
You look great, Joy. You came back, you are, wow.
Thank you. Although I have not slept for the last 20 hours or something.
Your skin is speaking.
I'm happy. That's why my vessel was filled with all that yumminess. Thank you, Marinella. Caroline is saying she feels grateful. William is saying good, lovely, healthy summer for us all. Yes, yes, yes. Anybody else? I heard a voice.
I would love to share what I saw in the Power of 8. It was so beautiful. It was a huge storm, and we were all in the eye of the storm, and we were in this calmness and creating so much connection amongst each other, and this circle inside was growing and growing and pushing the storm more and more to the outside, and the eye of the storm was getting bigger and bigger because we were getting more and more amazing, beautiful women in there, and we were all really like, it was creating really a new way of living in there, and we were pushing it more and more to the side, so that in the end the storm just had to drop. It just was not there anymore. And then it was so calm and so peaceful. And I think this is a very beautiful picture to take with us.
Yes.
And,
yes. We're growing from the inside out. And we're just letting our light expand. I love that. Yolanda, any closing words from you? Anything you'd like to add? Oh, sorry, I asked to meet you. It's okay. It's okay. Well, then I suggest that you can.
Yeah, I hope we all have a lot of insights, and we can share them the 2nd of September or maybe before. And I think this is the best idea ever.
Thank you. Thank you, Yolanda. You were part of the instigation a couple of months back already saying, hey, Joy, think about this. Thank you for that. Yeah, so here's your invite, 12th to 14th of July. You can come hang out at my pool here at this Lichtwerk in Salzburg, do some amazing work with sisters for 2.5 days. It's going to be very, very special. We're doing things we have never done before. And other than that, you're always welcome to come here to Salzburg for a day, for an hour, to, yeah. Write me an email if that's what you would like to do. Don't write to me on Messenger, on Facebook, those things. I get too many messages. Send me an email. If there's something you would like to tell me, some feedback, some inspiration that you've had, joy@joymartina.com. And I think the intention circle on Wednesdays is still going strong. Is that true? Yeah. So you can also send Nicole or Yolanda an email if you would like to join their Wednesday's intention circles. Nicole, could you just repeat your email briefly? Or Yolanda?
Nicole Gansert.
I said, just unmute yourself. Okay. Nicole, my name, let me see, it's Nicole Gansert, all small, Nicole nicole.gansert@gmx.ch.
Nicole.gansert@gmx.ch. And if not, send me an email and I will pass it on to her. Okay, my love. We love you so much. Have a beautiful summer and see you 2nd of September latest. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.